Hi guys, I hope you all are doing well and welcome to the next video of Microsoft Intune series. In the last video, we learned how to enroll hybrid Azure AD joined Windows 10 machines to Microsoft Intune with the help of group policy. In this particular video, we will learn how to add applications from Microsoft Store to Microsoft Intune. We will discuss the assignment types and we will deploy and install the applications on Windows devices. As an administrator, you can use Microsoft Intune to add, install, and manage the applications on the devices. Microsoft Intune lets administrators to install applications on multiple devices at the same time. If you are watching this series from the beginning, in one of the previous videos we have discussed application life cycle. Every application has a life cycle that goes through 5 phases: add, deploy, configure, protect, and retire. In Microsoft Intune, if you want to install an application on a device, you need to add that application first. There are multiple sources from where you can add applications in Microsoft Intune and you can install them on your devices. In this particular session and in a couple of next sessions as well, we will talk about 2 phases of the application lifecycle: add and deploy. Now, as I said, there are multiple sources from where you can add applications in Microsoft Intune. For Windows devices, you can add applications from Microsoft Store. You can install Office applications like Word, Excel, or Outlook. You can install Microsoft Edge on the machines. You can create web links for the web applications. If you have applications, those are developed by your own developers, you can install those applications. And if you have Windows 32-bit applications or Win32 applications, you can install those applications as well. For iOS and iPad devices, you can add applications from iOS Store. You can add iOS or iPad web clip. You can add web links on devices. You can add and install built-in applications and the line of business applications as well. And same way for Android and Mac devices, we can add applications from multiple sources. So let's move towards our lab and let's add and install applications on Windows devices using Microsoft Intune. To manage applications, like if you want to add applications to Microsoft Intune or you want to install applications to the machines, you will go to apps. First, make sure you are logged into Microsoft Endpoint Manager with one of the global administrator account or Intune administrator account, and then go to apps. Now here under all apps, you will see all the applications. Those are already added or assigned to the machines in your tenant. But here under all apps, you will see all the applications for all the platforms. Now, if you will click add, here you can add the application. But again, from here you will have to select the platform for which platform you want to add this particular application. But let's say you want to deploy the applications on a particular platform, for example, Windows. So for that, you will click Windows under By Platform. You will go to Apps and under By Platform, you will select the platform for which you want to deploy the application. For this demo, we are going to install application on Windows machines. So we will click Windows. Now here you will see the applications, those are already deployed on Windows machines or already added in Microsoft Intune for Windows machines. You will see all the applications here. If you want to add a new application for Windows devices, you will click add. Because as we discussed, if you want to deploy an application on machines, first you need to add that application to Microsoft Intune portal. So under app type, you will select the application that you want to install. Here we have Store app. Under Store app, we have Microsoft Store app new, Microsoft Store app legacy. We are going to discuss these two today. Then we have Microsoft 365 apps for Windows devices and later. We can deploy Microsoft Edge for Windows 10 and later devices. We can add web applications, web links. Next, we have line of business app. For example, you have your internal developers team, those develop the applications. You can deploy those applications from here from Microsoft Intune, and you can deploy Win32 applications on Windows machines. So let's talk about Microsoft Store App New and Microsoft Store App Legacy. Earlier, there was only one option available under Store App. That was Microsoft Store App. Now we have Legacy and New. So what is the difference between these two? To add an application from Microsoft Store App Legacy, you get a URL for the application from Store, and then you add that URL in Endpoint Manager. Let me show you this practically. Let's go to a browser, and here type Microsoft Store. Go to Microsoft Store. Under Microsoft Store, you can find n number of applications that you can deploy on the machines. For example, you have productivity applications like Adobe Acrobat Reader, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, WinZip. You can install browsers as well. You have business applications like PDF Editor, Power BI, Citrix Workspace. You can install all these applications from Microsoft Store to the machines. So let's say we want to deploy this app, PDF Editor and PDF Reader. Now what we need to do, under Developer and IT on the right side, we will click Endpoint Manager. From here, we will get the URL that we can use in Microsoft Endpoint Manager. If you are using Configuration Manager, for that, this is the URL. You can check here, link for Intune and Configuration Manager ID. If you are using Intune, you will use this link. And if you are using Configuration Manager, you will use this ID. So copy this URL, go back to Endpoint Manager, click Microsoft Store App Legacy, select and paste the URL here next to App Store URL. So give it a name. Let's give it a name, PDF Reader and Editor. Add description. This is mandatory field, so you will have to add this. Next is publisher. Let's type PDF. Now, next is category. Category is simply how to categorize the application. Is it a productivity application, business application? So based on the application, you can select the category. Next is show this as featured app in the company portal. That means if you select yes, this particular application will reflect in company portal. Let me show you. So this is the Windows 11 machine that we enrolled in one of the previous videos with the help of company portal. And we are going to use this machine for this demo. So within company portal, you will go to apps. Now, whatever application will be forced from Microsoft Intune to the company portal or to the machine, that particular app will reflect here within company portal under apps. As of now, there is nothing because we haven't added any application yet. So let's go back to Endpoint Manager. So here, if you select yes, in that case, this particular application will reflect in company portal as a featured app. And if you select no, in that case, user will not be able to see that application in company portal as a featured application. So click yes. These are the optional fields. Click next. Next is assignments. Under assignments, you assign the applications on the devices. You can assign applications to a group of devices, to a group of users, to all the users, or to all the devices. Those are enrolled in Microsoft Intune. Depending on the application that you are assigning to the devices, you will see one of the 4 assignment types. So let's talk about these assignment types in detail. In Microsoft Intune, you will see 4 assignment types. First enrollment type is available for enrolled devices. If you want that the users should install the applications from company portal, you will select this option. The application will be available in company portal app on the machine, and user himself will install the application from company portal manually. That means as an administrator, you will push the application to the machine. That particular application will be visible in company portal within the machine. Then user will have to manually install that application from the company portal. This type of assignment works on user level. That means if you want to use this assignment type, you need to create a group of users. Group of devices will not work under this type of assignment. Second assignment type is available with or without enrollment. If you want to install applications on the devices those are not enrolled with Microsoft Intune, you can select this assignment type. In this type of assignment as well, you need to create a group of users. This assignment will not work on device level. Third type of assignment type is required. If you do not want your users' intervention to install applications, you can select required and the application will be installed automatically on the device. But depending on the application type, users might receive prompt while installation. So at that point of time, user intervention might be required. Required assignment type works on both user level and device level. So if your requirement is that as soon as you add and assign an application to a group of devices from Microsoft Endpoint Manager, and that application should be installed automatically on the machine, select required assignment type. And the fourth assignment type is uninstall. If you want to uninstall an application from the device, you can add the group of users or the devices under this assignment type, and the application will be uninstalled from the device. If you're adding an application from Microsoft Store app, you will see only one assignment type that is available for enrolled devices. You can click on this icon and you can read here, select the groups for which you want to make this app available. Available for enrolled devices apps are displayed in the company portal app and website for users to optionally install. Available assignments are only valid for user groups, not device groups. So here we will add a security group, we will add a user as a member, and then we will assign this particular policy on that security group. So let's go to groups. Let me open a new window. Click new group and we will select group type security and let's give it a name. Let's say apps from Microsoft Store, and the assignment type will be, the membership type will be assigned, and we will go to members and here we will add a user. But first let me verify which user is using this machine. So it is Bob Ross. So let's go back to Endpoint Manager and let's look for Bob Ross here. This is the user. Select, the user is added, click create, and the group is created. So let's go back to Endpoint Manager, click add group, and look for the group apps from Microsoft Store. Click select. So the group is added. Now go next. Go through the settings. If you want to change anything, you can go back, make the changes, click next, next, and click create. So we have created the policy. That means first we added the application to Microsoft Intune and then we assigned that application to the device. So that is the deployment part. Now the next thing that we need to do is we have to push the changes to the device. There are two ways. Either as an administrator, you can push the changes from Microsoft Endpoint Manager to the device, or as an end user, you can go to the machine and you can pull the changes from Microsoft Endpoint Manager. So let's go to the machine. We will go to settings within company portal and click sync. So this way we are pulling the new policies or new configuration from Microsoft Endpoint Manager. If you want to push the changes from Endpoint Manager, let me first verify the host name of this machine. It ends with DQ0. So let's go to Endpoint Manager, go to Devices, Windows, and it's this one, DQ0. So click Device and click Sync. So this way, as an administrator, you are pushing the changes to the machine. So while these changes are syncing to the machine, let's add another application from new Microsoft Store app. So let's go to Apps. Under By Platform, click Windows. Now here you can see the application that we just added in Intune and we just applied on the machine. It shows the name, type, it is added from Microsoft Store app legacy, and assigned says yes. That means this particular app is assigned to either a user or to a device. If you want to check details, you can click on the policy and it will show you all the details. So let's create another app and then we will check this as well. So go to Windows, click Add, under App Type, under Store App, select Microsoft Store App New. There are a couple of improvements in Microsoft Store app new. Using new version of Microsoft Store, administrators can add and install applications inside Microsoft Intune. That means you don't have to go to Microsoft Store and then copy the URL for the application from there and then add it in Endpoint Manager. No, instead of that, you can simply select here Microsoft Store app new, click select, and next to select app, click search Microsoft Store app new. Click here. Now here you can look for the application that you want to install. For example, Teams. I want to install Teams, so you can select Teams from here. If you want to install, let's say Zoom, Zoom is also available. If you want to install PDF Reader or Adobe, all these applications are available here. The other benefit of using new version of Microsoft Store app is you can uninstall the application whenever you need to. Because in legacy version, we do not have uninstall assignment type. Moreover, the new version of Microsoft Store app supports Win32 apps and Universal Windows Platform or UWP apps. So for this demo, let's add Adobe Express. So this is the application. This is UWP app, that is Universal Windows Platform. So select the application and click select. Now here we can see almost all the options are already populated, like name, description, publisher, package, identifier, installer type. So next is install behavior. Install behavior is like you want to install the application on the system level or on the user level. Now there's a difference between system level and user level. If I install an application on system level, that means any user who is going to log into that particular system or the machine, that particular user will have access to that machine. But if I select user level, that means the user who is currently logged into the machine, only that user will have access to this application. If any user will log into that machine where we have deployed this particular application, he will not have access to that application because we have deployed the application on the user level. But let's say if you have a shared computer, VDI, or any other shared computer solution, so in that case, you can deploy it on the system level. Whatever user will log into that machine will have access to that particular application. So that is install behavior. So we will select user and next category. Again, if it is a productivity app, business app, or any other category, you can select as per your requirement. And these are optional fields. So if you want, you can fill them. Go next. Now here we can see required, available for enrolled devices, and uninstall. So as we discussed, if you want to install application automatically, you can add the group of users or devices under this option, or you can add it to all the users or all the devices. But if you want that user should install application from company portal, then you will add the group under available for enrolled devices. So here, let's add the same group, apps from Microsoft Store, select, so group is added, go next, review the changes and click create. Now again, we need to sync these changes to the machine. So as an administrator, either you can push the changes to the machine, or as an end user, he can pull the changes from the endpoint manager. So let's go to devices. Let's push the changes from here. Go to Windows, click device, and then click sync. Click yes. So this way you can push the changes, and you can also pull changes from company portal, or there is another way in Windows 11, same as Windows 10. You can go to settings and go to accounts. Under accounts, you will click access work or school, click the email address, click info, and click sync. So this way you can pull changes. So let's go back to company portal, go to apps. So here we can see these two applications are showing as featured app under apps in company portal. So as an end user, he will click application and then he will click view in Microsoft Store. Now it depends on the application, because for some of the applications you can see the install option. For this we can see install, so user can simply click install here. Or for other applications, users might get redirected to the Microsoft Store. So the user will click view in Microsoft Store, and from here under this application, user will click get, and this way the application will be installed. And for the other application, we can simply click on the application tile and click install. Now let's go to Endpoint Manager. Let me minimize the machine. Now from here you can see if the application is installed on the device or not. So for that you will go to apps, go to Windows, and here you can see the application, Adobe Express and PDF Reader and Editor. Let's look for this option first. Under installed, it will show you the number on which the application is installed. Not installed will identify that this application is not installed on the devices. Failed will show you the number on how many devices this application installation was failed. Install pending is the application is forced from Endpoint Manager, but the user hasn't installed yet. Not applicable, that means it can be that for a particular device, this application is not installed, or that particular user or group is not part of the group that is assigned within this particular app policy. So this is for the device level and this is for the user level. So it can take some time for the replication, and after some time you will be able to see all the details in Endpoint Manager. You can check the installation status from here as well. This is for device level and this is for user level. If you click device install status, it will show you on how many devices. It will show you the device name here, UPN and status. And for user level, it will show you the username of the user who is using the machine. And here you will see the UPN status, failures or installed or pending. You will see all the details here. So let's go to the machine. So we can see this application is installed. Click open. So we have installed this application and this application is open as well. In the next video, we will learn how to add and deploy Microsoft 365 applications on Windows devices using Microsoft Intune. So if you have learned something new from this particular video, please write in comments and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys. Thank you for your time. Take care.